I'm Chris Avena with American Outdoor News. I'm here with my friend Matt Roberts from MNR Custom Rifles. Matt, it's always so good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thanks for having me on.
Now, tell me about MNR. When did you start it? And actually, it's really a specific niche. How'd you get into it?
Sure. I started in business about 13 years ago. Getting into it, kind of a long road, but I started out actually going in a completely different direction. My wife and I were going to Bible college thinking we'd be missionaries. At the age of 18, I spent a year in Malawi, Africa, and so came back, started Bible school thinking we would head back to Africa. And anyways, it was at Bible college that I got in with these derelict group of gunsmiths that kind of um, really rubbed off on me. And I was going to Bible college in Alaska, so up there, there's ample opportunities for hunting. And with these group of guys, I just kind of found a passion there. And so from Alaska, we went to Arizona, Prescott, Arizona. There's a gunsmithing school, Yavapai College, and it was a really neat connection. Friends of ours up in Alaska, their parents owned a house, just came into possession of a house right there in Prescott that they wanted rehabilitated. So they let us stay rent-free for 2 years while we worked on the house. And we went to
Nice.
school. Yeah, it really just worked out awesome. And so yeah, gunsmithing school. And then from there, you're learning a bunch of different stuff. You're learning pistol work, your repairs, all sorts of stuff. And it's when you get out of school that you got to pick your lane and find your niche. But fortunately, while I was going to school, I got to know a guy named Mike Roden, which is the founder of Granite Mountain Arms. It's a custom Mauser action that's made out there in Arizona, now Phoenix, but he's from Prescott. Anyways, while I was there, I began working for him, building custom rifles. And so that's really how I found my lane. We moved back home. We're from Vermont originally. Well, my wife's actually from Colorado. Then I came out here, and she was, I think, 12 when she moved out. But anyways, but we're kind of from Vermont. And so we moved back. This is where I started the business. We live where my grandparents had a farm, built the shop here, and yeah, been doing that ever since.
Hmm. Well, I mean, when you're building a custom rifle, I mean, there's so many great brands out there. Um, do you customize what people bring you? Do you build rifles?
I,
Uh,
yeah, a little bit of both. Some gunsmithing, customizing. When I started out, I mean, you're just hungry. You're taking anything you can get.
sure.
And so, yeah, I did a lot of general gunsmithing, customizing, like adding a quarter rib or just restocking a gun. For the most part now, I'm just building custom rifles. It doesn't take long as a single man operation to get pretty backed up when you're building
Yeah.
these. For a wood stocked rifle, I'll have 200, 250 hours into each gun. So I'm really only building 10 of those a year. So right now I'm backed up 2 years with orders. So I will take in the occasional fix-it type job, especially the guys
Yeah.
who, um, when I first started, somewhat local here, I've done work for. I'll continue to take in those jobs. And if somebody wants a gun restocked, I'll still do that. But for the most part, everything's custom. And really what that means is I'll start with an action, whether that be a factory action, a Winchester Model 70. Most of what I do is controlled round feed. I cater to the African dangerous game market for the most part. And so most of those are controlled round feed. So a lot of times I'll use either a Winchester Pre-64 Classic, controlled round feed action, or a Mauser action. So both of those, a lot of work will go into customizing the actual action. Custom bottom metal, different bolt handle, everything's blueprinted,
No.
polished inside and out, trued up. And that's before I even start barrel work, stock work, etc.
Well, say I come to you, I say, Matt, I want you to build me a custom rifle. What's that first conversation like?
It all depends. So some guys are really deep into the weeds already. So I've gotten notes pages long of guys know the twist rate. They know exactly how much they want the gun to weigh, um, sight location, everything like that. I would say, I don't know, 90% of people aren't like that. And so the conversation would be, well, it depends. Some people just say, "Hey, I want a custom gun. I'm going to go hunt X animal," and so I can start the discussion there, and kind of show them different ways of doing it. Um, Oftentimes, a guy will have a little bit more information than that and say, "Hey, I want your Hatari model, which is our wood stock model." They know what barrel length. They might not know what twist rate they want, but they'll probably know what bullet they plan to shoot. And so from there, I can determine twist rate. They'll probably have a general idea of weight of rifle. Um, Dimension wise on a stock, it's not as critical as a shotgun that needs to be fit. Um, that said, we do fit the bolt action stock. But as far as comb height, that really just it comes down to, is it going to be a scope gun? Is it going to be an open sight gun? And that's going to determine
Yeah.
how much drop you're going to have in the stock. Um, Women need a slightly different geometry to the stock than a man would, but it's not quite. You don't need to come to the shop to get fitted typically. Some guys do, but for a bolt gun, that's not typical.
Well, how do you balance what somebody actually envisions, what they think they want, versus the actual functionality, what they need for what they're going for?
For the most part, I don't get too many weird requests, but if I do and it's outside of what I make, I build classic rifles in an English classic style. So if somebody's looking for something outside of that, like a heavy target rifle, or they just have a different stock design altogether they want to do, I would probably pass on that job, just because I build a certain style of gun, and there's a ton of customizing within that framework. But
Uh-huh.
if it's just totally out of left field, I just probably won't do that job. So sometimes I get weird calibers, and I'm happy to do whatever cartridge. Um, of course, whatever action we're using is going to determine their. You can't get it outside of what that action's built for. So if
Uh-huh.
somebody wants to build a 416 Rigby on a pre-64 Model 70, I can't do that. It's can be done, but it's just not advisable. So you have to remove so much material from it that it's just not a good way to go.
Do you do you make a custom stock if asked, or
Yeah, yeah. So you mean just restocking a factory rifle?
uh well, like just the stock itself, whether it's synthetic, wood, or whatever. Do
Yes.
you do that as well?
Yeah, definitely. So that, I mean, when I'm building the rifle, I'm building the stock. So we basically have two models. We have what I call the Hatari and the McKinley. Our Hatari rifle is a walnut stock gun, and our McKinley rifle is a synthetic stock gun. And it's built by Bansners for us, down in Pennsylvania, and but it's off of my pattern. So I built a wood stock, sent it to them, and so it's an English style synthetic stock, which is different. There's not really anything like that on the market. Um, but yeah, if somebody just brings me a gun and they want me to build them a stock, we can do that for sure.
Have you had any requests that really push your limits, or have required a like unique problem solving
For
to
sure.
get? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm on two right now. Well, one's not terribly unique. It's just different than what I do. I've built a couple single shots, but I've got a pair that I'm doing right now. So it's unique in that I'm making them a matching pair, other than the fact that one's a mini Hagen and one's a full size. So it's unique, and when you're doing a pair, things have to be just right. Also, I'm working on a takedown rifle right now, which is the first takedown I've done. So, kind of studying takedown designs, and there's not much that I'm innovating in the industry. Well, there's nothing I'm innovating in the industry. I'm a really good copycat, and that works well in the classic rifle built for kind of a conservative type of guy that's looking for that look from 1920 England. So I'm not reinventing anything. I'm just trying to duplicate what was made back then. So same thing with the takedown. I'm looking at different designs, and I'm essentially copying one from Hartman and Weiss.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, all of it is geared towards big game African or
For the most
dangerous.
part, I mean, I do smaller calibers, but yeah, that's the market. It's the style of rifle, but I do have. I mean, I have a 223 on order right now. I've got a 260 Remington I'm building currently. So I do smaller calibers, but that's the market. It's guys going to Africa, traveling to
Yeah.
hunt, for the most part.
Well, how has your market changed over the since you started past 15 years?
Well, like I said, when I started, I took on everything. So I remember the day I got my FFL, I traveled to every gun store in the state of Vermont and New Hampshire and brought them pamphlets because it's like, I'm starving. I got to start this business. I've got, a kid and a wife, and
You're hustling.
yeah, hustling. Yeah. So, and that was good. It got me work immediately, and so I was doing everything. And like I said, I've really narrowed that down to I'm pretty much just doing one thing now. I'm building these type of custom rifles, and I do again take in the occasional oddball thing, but for the most part, the business has now just been targeted towards that market. And some of it's just the big show we do. We do Dallas Safari Club show every year, and that's where a lot of my clientele comes from. So.
Do you has the technology in firearms changed anything that you do?
A little. For the most part, I'm building them the same way they were always built. I did just buy a CNC, still learning how to use it. So I'm using manual machines even for integral barrels, which is it's a time intensive process. But I did just bought a laser engraver, and that's actually been quite nice to be able to even just marking calibers and maker's name on the barrel. But we've gone so far as my father-in-law is working with me, and he's a graphic designer, and so we've done some pretty intricate engraving on some of the guns. So yeah,
So you
definitely
can laser engrave the stock as well as the barrel, put whatever
not
they
the
want on it.
not the stock. So we have a fiber laser, which is
Oh, okay.
for metal. So there's I don't ever envision myself lasering a stock. They do laser checkering, obviously in manufacturing. It's just guys aren't looking for that in these type of rifles that I'm building. It'll always be hand cut checkering. But as far as metalwork, yeah, we're able to duplicate some pretty intricate scroll work and stuff. So.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, yeah, it's neat. It's actually it's more time intensive than you think because he's actually building the graphic from scratch. But once it's built, you can duplicate it over and over, and it only takes a floor plate engravings maybe 45 minutes of burn time, as opposed to hand engraving would take probably 30, 40 hours. So
Yeah. So who does the art?
my father-in-law. So again, the graphic designer. So he's building it. Yeah.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. So if somebody needs a custom rifle, they're taking a trip for the Big Seven in Africa. They're going to take three of them on the trip. What do you suggest you build?
Oh, yeah.
The most
Hard to tell
expensive one?
it. Yeah, right. I mean, caliber wise, it's blonde or brunette. Everybody has opinions of what they like. I
410,
can tell you,
375.
yeah, 375 is very common. I build a lot of those. 404s been very popular as of late, probably the last 5 years. 500 Jeffrey, for whatever reason, I've got several of those orders just in the last couple years. Where for quite a while, I was doing 505 Gibbs and very rarely a 500 Jeffrey. So it's funny. Cartridges come in and out of style, and
Yeah.
a 300 H&H has been very popular over the last couple of years, and that's one that was very much, you know, uh, not in vogue for some time. So.
That's the old school double barrel H&H. You're carrying the two cartridges between your fingers.
Yeah, yeah. I don't do double rifles, but yeah, yeah. The 300 is a great cartridge, actually. I'm building one right now. My son, actually, our whole family, we're going to Africa in May, and so I'm building him a 300 H&H. So, good cartridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an efficient cartridge. It's an older design. It's got a real tapered shoulder, so there's reasons people don't like it, but it works quite well. So.
What are you going for on this trip?
A plains game. So we're actually hunting two different places. One with a client, and then Graham Jones. We're hunting eland with him. So.
South Africa?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, if somebody needs a custom rifle, how do they get in touch with you? Where do they find you?
So our website's MNR Custom, so it's Mike November Romeo. It sounds kind of like M&R, but it's mnrcustom.com. From there's a contact us page. We've got our YouTube channel is actually pretty big. I haven't been actively making videos lately, but there's quite a few videos on there where they can watch the whole process of a gun being built.
Uh-huh.
So that's, I don't know. I guess you just search our name on YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak to us today. And if you need a custom rifle, definitely look Matt up. And if you haven't subscribed to the American Outdoor News podcast, feel free to hit that subscribe button now, and we'll see you again next week.
All right. Thanks so much, Chris.